pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thanks, Coach.
All right. Good night.
All right.
Welcome to the November 20th meeting of the Philipstown Town Board. Go ahead, Tara.
First on the agenda is a resolution adopting the Philipstown budget for the fiscal year 2025 as presented, and this is a roll call vote.
Okay, so as you've all known, we've been working on this for several months. So we started out under the cap thanks to a readjustment from last year, a major reset from last year. We did add, at our last final not adopted, we did add the $5,000 for the Office for the Aging. We put in $10,000 for the building inspector benefits that we're going to combine with Putnam Valley, right, and $30,000 for the building inspector salary. So it's a $40,000 increase that we've included for a part-time building inspector. As you know, we can't seem to locate a part-time, so we're going to go into an IMA with the town of Putnam Valley to share a full-time person, and then they'll work out a schedule 2.5 days or 2 days or 3 days, and we'll flip around. It'll also give us the benefit of when one of them is on vacation, that there's coverage for the other person. We did have one request in Putnam Valley, came in with the current IMA Putt Valley cover to call for us when Greg was away. There was one, Putt Valley requested Greg. Greg was unavailable, unfortunately, so I did hear a little grief about that. But I think once we get the part-time guy or girl, woman in place, that it should work pretty well. And I really look forward to working with Putnam Valley. I think it's a good look for all of us to be combining services. As you know, we cover the Village of Cold Spring, the Village of Nelsonville currently. We do get payment from both of them to do it, but it's a lot of work. Greg has a lot of work, but he does seem to be able to cover it. There are occasions where there's a delay, but people are accustomed to it. From being on the other side of it, as a contractor working in other communities, Greg is really a benefit for the town of Philipstown. So I hope the part-timer does just as well. We did add $15,000 as requested for grant writing. We did have to adjust our health benefits going into 2025. Sue looked through that, and with the increase of the additional building inspector and some changes, we did add $15,000 to the health benefit line, and we had to increase our Social Security line. So at the end, we are still, where's my final one? We are still 46,000 under our cap. So, but it is a 2.5% overall increase. But we are. How much was it? 2.5%, 2.42 actually. Here it is on page 2. So you'll see that. Does anybody have any questions?
We were able to include the hub under emergency preparedness. Is that the 17,500? So I'm glad we're still in place. Thank you.
Yes. There was some other stuff that I wanted to hit on, and I don't.
The 5th anniversary is this year.
Yeah,
So
so I got an email from them
yes.
this afternoon.
And the emergency responders pay is
Oh,
more
we did,
competitive
right,
now.
we did increase, that was the one thing, thank you, Jason. The, our EMS providers, who are still covering for the town of Kent. And you all saw my email last week, I sent out another email, I've been on the phone. Legislator Montgomery has been tapping some people in town of Kent. Nobody seems to care. My gut tells me that they're budgeting for providing a full-time service in 2025. I don't think they ever had the intention of going online in 2024. I mean, if you look at the budget, how would you finance that in October unless you had, a slush fund laying around to finance it? I was told that they hired 4 additional people at their November meeting. Again, I shouldn't say she, the supervisor is not communicating with me at this point at all, nor is the town attorney any longer. So what does that tell you? There's no plan, is what it said. As it says, reads nothing. There's nothing there. So I'm expecting them to be in service on January 1. They are, I'm listening to the pager all the time. They are responding during the day. It seems like there's 8 to 5 coverage, as well as the county unit is providing coverage. And my suggestion was, well, if the county's there 7 a to 7 p.m., why don't you encourage your employees to cover the night shift? But
Yeah.
that doesn't seem like what's happening, so it seems like, whatever, we'll depend on Putnam Valley and Carmel and the town of Philipstown to cover. But we were able to fund them, and basically the increase was based on a salary increase from 18 or 19 to $22 an hour, times 4 people. We employ 4 people, 24/7, actually the ambulance corps do. 4 people, 24/7, 365. It's all straight time. So that increase is reflected in their budget line increase, so that's the way I calculated
Did
it.
we,
So.
last week, I think one of our ambulances was out of service.
Yeah, they did call me.
But I
I
don't know
had
if
a-
it's fixed yet. I haven't heard back.
I don't think I think it is fixed. They were waiting for it to be diagnosed, and they said if it was one problem, it was gonna be out for a week, and I was told I would be notified. As far as I know, they didn't, because I listened to a call the other night. We went mutual aid to the town of Kent in Putnam Valley, on the Taconic Parkway, and at the same time, there was a call in Philipstown that Philipstown also covered.
good,
So
because
they
they're-
must have 2 buses, or they're borrowing one, so.
Yeah,
But it
this-
seems like they're out. My hat goes off again to all the emergency services in Philipstown. It was it's been a couple weeks with the dry conditions. I know they had a garbage truck on fire. Was it yesterday?
Bob
or
was there.
Monday.
I was at the call.
Bob was there.
Up
Which
on
could,
Highview Terrace.
it could have been a tragedy with the wind blowing the way it was,
it
but
was-
they got out quickly and
You know,
knocked
the
it
funny
down.
thing about it, it was recycled truck.
Yeah, it sounds odd.
It was truck.
Yeah.
I was surprised it was recycled. I'm surprised it didn't go even further. There was a bunch of plastics in
Right,
those
and
recycling,
papers,
right? So luckily, we got it out pretty quick, and like you said, then they drove the truck away, so.
Yeah, they drove, yeah. So, again, my thanks to the emergency services, all of them. They provide us with a great service to the town of Philipstown. So, with all that said, any questions? Concerns? No?
And the lowest, the rec center staff, the lowest paid rec center staff were brought up too, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great, yeah.
Yeah. We're still the lowest paid in the town, by far.
Obviously, the talent, as you can see.
Yeah, by far, we are the lowest paid employer. From the public, calling the public? No, we're good, okay. All right. Thankfully, putting that to bed.
Yeah, vote on it.
Yes, ma'am, I'm getting there, I'm looking for my
Okay.
paper.
Do you want?
You're pushy tonight. No, I have it, it's here somewhere, thanks. Okay, can I get a resolution to the town board hereby adopts the Philipstown town budget for fiscal year 2025 as presented? Motion, please.
So moved.
Second.
Second,
Councilwoman Farrell.
I vote aye.
Councilman Angel.
I vote aye.
Councilman Flaherty.
Aye.
Councilwoman Cotter is absent, and I vote aye. So, thank you. Oh, here, now I got it, Tara.
Next on the agenda is a resolution authorizing the Highway Department purchase out of the new equipment line of a rammer from Bobcat on the New York State Contract PC 69396 for $3,266.80.
What is a rammer?
I have no idea.
It's like a tamper.
That's, yeah, that was my guess.
Oh, Tampa, gotcha. Thank you.
That's what I was
I usually do a
I think
little,
grammar is usually something, trying to go through something. Yeah, I know, it says
usually
grammar.
do a little back checking with Adam, but this is
It's an attachment.
this is an approved thing for a piece of equipment, and we know Adam's pretty responsible, so, and it's coming out of an approved budget for 2024. So can I get a motion to approve the Highway Department to purchase a new equipment line of a rammer from Bobcat, a New York State contract for $3,266.80?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And I vote aye.
Next is a resolution adopting the Stormwater Management Program Plan, and this is a roll call vote.
So, we had Max come in and do a presentation on this. I'm not even going to attempt to explain what the whole process is, but we did hire a consulting firm to assist with the plan. We do have a plan in place. And Max, as we all know, is quite thorough with this stuff, and I'm very fortunate, we are very fortunate to have Max on board working for the town of Philipstown. He does this in his professional life and is able to fit us in as well. So can I get a motion to accept the stormwater management plan for the town of Philipstown?
So moved.
Second.
Second?
Councilwoman Farrell.
Aye.
Councilman Angel.
Aye.
Councilman Flaherty.
Aye.
And I vote aye. Thank you.
Next is a resolution issuing a request for proposals for a solar power purchase agreement for installation of a solar power system on the roof of the Philipstown Highway Department garage and authorizing the town clerk to publish said RFP, and this again is a roll call vote.
Is this like a record, 3 roll call votes in one night?
That's what he just
I
said.
mean,
He was
this
like,
is getting
everything's a
crazy.
vote. I don't know.
Really
We're pressing us tonight. We're earning that salary tonight. So, Jason, why don't you go ahead and,
All right, so it's based on a RFP that Bob had put together for the rec center, so it made it easier. Thank you, Bob, and Tara helped pull it together. It is a RFP for the installation of a roof-mounted solar system on the new highway department garage roof. I think what's different about it is we're trying to investigate if municipally owned solar is going to provide more benefits. So the RFP will ask developers to provide information on how the town owning the system would provide more benefits than the regular, which is solar companies owning it.
what we have here.
That's what we have here.
Which is what we have here, so it'll be interesting to see that. The Climate Smart Task Force has already secured a $200,000 grant, which we believe will cover the whole cost of the system. We'll see, and I think we all decided that December 31st was a good deadline for proposals back.
Yeah, I don't think you're getting anything any quicker than
Yeah,
that.
exactly, right.
So, unlike the one here, we will flat out own it, and it will cost us nothing because of the grant.
Yes, it'll just be producing an electricity savings right
And
away.
I'd like to know what this thing has produced, since it hasn't rained in like 40 days, how much that this system must be just, we must be loading the grid with power. but-
Bob, does this system produce all of the rec centers?
Yes.
All of it,
Yeah, well, obviously, you still get a bill for delivery.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
checking with Cecile today, she said, we just, it's a $50 bill every month for delivery fee.
Yeah.
That's what it's always been, it
Yeah.
hasn't been, it fluctuates.
But instead of paying electric bill, we're paying to pay off the system,
Yeah.
basically. But it is a net zero. I mean,
Yeah.
it's producing enough to operate the entire place.
And wasn't that one of our highest bills, was the electric?
Oh, with that, it has
Down
to
here,
be.
yeah, it was
It has to be.
it was a way over $2,500 a month.
Yeah, it has to be.
Hopefully, the next step after we've all talked about the landfill, and we got that DEC report on potential for solar and landfill, so that'd be a great
Solar
next step.
farm.
Yeah, that
Solar
would be-
farm,
that
that'll
would
be
be the next-
producing revenue for the town.
Yeah, that'd be the next place
the sound
to
of that,
definitely
yeah.
look.
Yeah.
All right, so can I get a motion to adopt or send out an RFP for solar system on the the highway department?
So moved?
Second,
Second.
Second.
Councilwoman Farrell,
I vote aye.
Councilman Angel,
Aye.
Councilman Flaherty,
Aye.
and I vote aye.
That is all I have.
That's it. My thanks to everybody.
Thank you.
Sue, thank you so much for your assistance.
Thank you.
It would be like an impossible task without you,
Kelly.
honestly.
Kelly as well, Kelly's like, what am I, child labor?
Well, all of it. But this particular is Sue, so, thank you so much. Anything else? If not, we'll motion to adjourn. Can I get a motion to adjourn?
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Happy Thanksgiving, yeah.
It's hard to believe it's here already. And then we meet again December
Fifth?
4th?
I think it's the 5th.
It's the fifth, I think.
Yeah, it's the 5th.
Okay.
Yeah, 6th is a Friday.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Second.
Aye.
Aye.